Good news, Johnny Depp's healing journey, why he feels heaven in the Europe. For the decades, Johnny Depp has been one of the Hollywood's most enigmatic stars, known for his unconventional roles, passionate performances, and the turbulent personal life. Johnny Depp's journey has often been a mixture of the glittering highs and the painful lows. But recently, the narrative surrounding the beloved actor has shifted dramatically. Instead of the chaos and the controversy, fans are now seeing something far from more refreshing, healing, peace, and the joy. And much of his transformation, Johnny Depp admits, come from his life in the time of the Europe, where he says he feels as though he is in the heaven. The story of healing is more about the geographical relocation. It is an emotional and the spiritual rebirth. So why does Johnny Depp feels so renewed in the Europe? And what does this healing mean for his future? The storm behind and before the calm. The past few years have not been easy for the Johnny Depp. His name was constantly in the headlines, not for his art, but for his personal battles, legal disputes, and the public scrutiny. The weight of the accusations, courtrooms, and the social media judgments left him scared. Fans worried that the man once known for his electrifying charm and artistic genius might never fully recover. But Johnny Depp has always been a survivor beneath this quiet demeanor, and the soulful eyes is a resilience that refuses to be defeated. Once the storms passed, Johnny Depp began looking for the refuge not in the Hollywood, not in the fame, but in the something simpler, purer, and far more human. That search for the peace led him to the Europe. Europe, a place of healing. Johnny Depp has often spoken about his love for the Europe, particularly France and the parts of the Eastern Europe, where he spends much of his lifetime. What makes this continent so special for him? For one, Johnny Depp and the Europe offers him a sense of the anonymity that is almost impossible to achieve in the Hollywood. In the many towns he can walk to the cobblestone and the cold streets, sit in the cafe and enjoy life as a man, not as a celebrity. To Johnny Depp, that is heaven, being able to exist without the constant flash of the cameras or the judgment of the tabloids. In the interviews, he has described the European culture as more relaxed, slower, and deeply rooted in his history and the art. This rhythm of his life allows him to breathe, reflect, and heal. The connection to the music, literature, and the painting arts that Johnny Depp has always cherished remains alive in every corner of the European cities and nourishes his spirit. Music, his true sanctuary, one of the greatest parts of Johnny Depp's healing journey in the Europe has been the music. Over the last few years, he has spent much of his time touring with the guitarist Jeff Beck and later focusing on the collaborations with his band Hollywood Vampires. When Johnny Depp is on the stage, stirring and with his guitar in front of thousands of the fans, something magical happens. The noise of the past controversies disappears. What remains is pure art, raw emotions, and human connection. In the Europe, music culture is deeply respected, and Johnny Depp feels embraced not as a movie star trying to play music, but as a genuine artist. That acceptance has helped him heal wounds that years of the public attacks created. The simple joys of life abroad. It is not only art and music that heal Johnny Depp in the Europe. It is simple everyday joys. He has often shared stories of enjoying a quiet meal in a countryside inn, laughing with friends, or spending hours painting in the solitude. Unlike the relentless demands of the Hollywood, European life offers balance. There is a beauty in small details, the ringing of the church bell in the morning, the aroma of the fresh bread, the quiet streets at dawn. These moments give up Johnny Depp peace and allow him to remember who he has truly in when the cameras are gone. For a man who has once said always felt like an outsider in the Hollywood, Europe is not just a place, it is a sanctuary. Why fans call it heaven? Fans across the world have noticed that the change in Johnny Depp, his recent public appearances in the Europe show a man who looks lighter, calmer, and more at ease. His smile feels genuine, his eyes brighter. Many have called this transformation as a rebirth or even a return of the real Johnny. On social media, fans often comment like, he looks like he is finally at peace. Others wrote about how Europe has given him back his spirit, his passion for the art, and his ability to dream again. To Johnny Depp, heaven is not a faraway spiritual place. It is his present moment, living friendly and freely surrounded by the creativity and the people who accept him for who he is. A new chapter in his career, healing is not only personal, it also reflects in one work. Johnny Depp's recent projects, including his return to the director's chair and the new film roles in the Europe, demonstrate a man ready to create again. After the years of the Hollywood's closing its doors, Johnny Depp found the opportunities in the European cinema where his talent is celebrated rather than overshadowed by the gossips. He recently French film Janu du Barry marked his comeback and was met with the enthusiasm at the international festivals. This shows that his healing journey is not only emotional, but it is a professional as well. Europe has given him a stage to prove once again that he remains one of the greatest actors of his generation. The emotional side of healing. Johnny Depp himself has admitted that healing is not about the forgetting the past, but about learning to live it with. The pain of the betrayal, loss, and the public humiliations will always remain in his story, but now they no longer define him. What defines him is resilience, creativity, and the love. Those who know him closely says that he has reconnected with his family, deepened his friendship, and embraced life's small miracles, healing for the Johnny Depp. In a daily practice, a conscious choice to let the light in where once there was only darkness. A message to his fans. One of the most touching aspects of the Johnny Depp's healing journey is his gratitude towards his fans. During the concerts and appearances in the Europe, he has often paused to thank them for never giving up to him. He acknowledges that their love give him the strength to stand all with the world try to break him. His story is not just about fame or the scandal. It is about the human survival, about the how love and the art can bring someone back from the edge. And this is the sense his healing journey becomes inspiration for the everyone who have faced struggles and felt lost. Concludedly, I haven't found. Johnny Depp's life has been a stormy sea, but Europe has become his calm harbor. Here he feels heaven, not because it is free from the problems, but because it allows him to live authentically. Whether through music, painting, film, or the quiet joys of the daily life, he has found a rhythm that heals him. For fans who have watched his journey closely, this chapter is nothing short of the good news. Johnny Depp is healing again, he is smiling again, and is cobbled streets of the Europe beneath the skies that carry the centuries of the art and the history has found something even more valuable than the fame peace. So guys, if you find this video as entertaining and interesting, then you have to subscribe the channel, and I wish you best of luck. You should take care of yourself.